Yes, sir. It's time for another sip and rip. Tonight, we're going to do it with two Panini Select blaster boxes. We're looking for red and blue Prism Shock. We're looking for zebras, which I have never pulled a zebra. Tonight's the night. And we're looking for autographs and memorabilia. So let's hope these two Panini Select blasters are better to us than the Prism blasters we had last night. We did okay. Nothing to write home about. All right. Love this product. All right. We've got a Devon A-Chain, a Trey Benson for the Cardinals. We've got a Josiah Stewart rookie card for the Rams. This one is, in fact, a premier level, I believe. That is club level. That's a nice pull there. Beautiful card. I mean, just look at the coloring and the refractor. That's a good. Now, all of these parallels are so different. There's different colors. They all have different values in this set. I'll have to look that one up and see what that does for us. And then we've got an Amon-Ra St. Brown. That is the premier level. So you can see that at the top. Nice pull there. Great player. I wonder if the Lions are going to bounce back this year. I think last year was pretty much a disappointment for that fan base. All right, we've got rookie Ty Felton for the Vikings. We've got Jacoby Myers. That is a concourse level, but see the coloring in that in the background? I'm not sure if that's a tie-dye or not. I'll have to look that up. We've got Tate Ratledge, rookie for the Lions once again. And we've got a numbers. That is Jahmyr Gibbs. Once again, this is a Lions pack. A numbers insert for Jahmyr Gibbs. All right. We've got a Michael Penix Jr. Not sure what's going to happen with Michael Penix. Oh, we got some nice color there. Oh, I have not seen that before. I can't get this separated. We've got a Jameson Williams. That is an absolutely gorgeous Prism Shock. That is really an awesome looking card. But I'm eager to see what's behind this. We've got a multiverse Baker Mayfield from his Rams and Buccaneers era. That is a multiverse jersey. Again, not game used, but that is a pretty rare insert right there. It's the first one of those I've pulled. Very, very cool looking card. Very nice. That's a pretty good hit. And that thing is, look at the size of that. Very, very nice. And then we follow that up with a Pat Bryant rookie. Pat Bryant rookie in the premier level. Again, there's club, concourse is the low, and then premier level, I believe, is the highest of those. All right, we've got an insert of another Lions player here. We've got Deebo Samuel with the Washington Commanders. We've got Bashul Tutin. That is a rookie card with the Jaguars. Trey Benson with the Arizona Cardinals. And then we've got another Jahmyr Gibbs. So we got a numbers Jahmyr Gibbs. And now we've gotten a Jahmyr Gibbs turbocharged. So two different inserts with Jahmyr Gibbs. So if there's any Jahmyr Gibbs fans out there, those will be up on my eBay store. The link is on the profile of my channel here. It is Platinum Fox cards, and those will be up probably tomorrow if there's any interest there. Oh, look at this. Another Jahmyr Gibbs. So this one blaster box is full of Gibbs, full of Lions. That is a base. We got a Quinshon Judkins rookie. That is another of my favorite Buckeyes. Buckeyes everywhere when you're pulling cards in the NFL these days. Nice looking rookie card there. That's the first one of those I pulled out of here. And there's another Buckeye. So C.J. Stroud, that is a color shock. Really nice looking card there, parallel. That is one of the red and blue prism shocks that are a blaster exclusive. Very nice looking card there. And then we've got Yaya Black, rookie card for the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, one more from this blaster. This one's been pretty good to us. Some interesting stuff in here. Some good players. We've got Jaden Blue, which is a rookie card for the Cowboys. I think jury's still out on what's going to happen with his cards in terms of value as we move forward. We've got Bucky Irving. We've got Brian Burns for the New York Giants. And then Mason Taylor, a rookie future insert. Mason Taylor, tight end for the New York Jets. All right, so now we're going to move on to the second blaster. Again, love Panini product. Really think these selects this year have been a really cool pull. These are probably going to start going down on the shelves in terms of retail value. The cost is going to go down, and it's going to be a worthwhile pull. We got Nico Collins. That's a cool color match there. We've got Jamian Sherwood with the Jets. We've got Bo Nix. That is a color shock. I don't think that's a tie-dye. It might be, but that is the club level Bo Nix. Really, really interesting looking card there. That might be a tie-dye. I can't really tell. Jaden Reed is the final one in that pack. So again, we're getting some good names with the color shocks, with the variations. We've got Kyron Williams, Derrick Henry, beast. Derrick Henry, can't stand the Ravens because I'm a Bengals fan, but he is a beast. Caleb Johnson, that is a rookie. That's not a color shock, but that is a parallel because of the coloring in the background there. And then we've got a Jaden Higgins with the Texans, select certified rookie. Great looking card there. All right. Pack number 2, I believe. This blaster. All right, we got Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert with the LA Chargers. Almost said it, didn't I? We've got RJ Harvey, which is a Bronco rookie. Baker Mayfield in the color shock. And again, I think that is either Premier or, yeah, that is a Premier level, which increases the aftermarket value on that. Really pretty card. Baker Mayfield in the color shock. And then we've got a Patrick Mahomes. That is a Premier level base of Patrick Mahomes. Always good to pull Patrick. Never upset about that, even though it's a base Premier card. Would have loved that in one of the inserts or the color shocks. Who knows, maybe we'll still pull one. All right, we got Aaron Rodgers. That is a base. We got Quinyon Mitchell. We got Breece Hall from the New York Jets. Good back. I think he's going to bounce back, hopefully, after some injury problems. Brian Thomas Jr. on the Numbers Select. Number Select insert. All right, on to the next pack. We got a C.J. Stroud. That is a C.J. Stroud base, former Buckeye. Mason Taylor again, but that is a base Mason Taylor in a rookie card. We got a Josh Simmons, another Buckeye rookie. I had a hand in helping to recruit Josh Simmons, believe it or not. Rookie card there, and that is a color shock. Really great card for a great left tackle protecting Patrick Mahomes. And there's Bijan Robinson in the premier level. Bijan Robinson in the premier level base. All right, last pack. Last pack for this rip. I try to keep these short. That's why I do the blasters and the megas and try to keep them. I've done some hobby boxes and stuff, but those get in 18, 20 minutes. Nobody's got time for that. Jordan Watkins. That is a Jordan Watkins rookie. We need something big in here. Chase Brown, one of my Bengals. Houday. Chase Brown, great running back for the Bengals. Marshawn Lattimore. Say it with me, folks. Another great Buckeye for the Washington Commanders at the premier level. And then we've got a turbocharged Saquon Barkley insert. So that'll do it. Cheers, everybody. Hope you have a great rest of your day, night, whatever it is, from wherever you are. Love that multiverse of Baker Mayfield, putting out some of the bigger hits here. Those were much better to us, I believe, in terms of getting color, in terms of getting parallels, much better than the prisms were that we broke last night. If you missed that video, it's up. Please like, please subscribe, help the channel out. We're just trying to have some fun here and share our passion for collecting cards. Appreciate it, everybody. Have a great night.